that how do you tell your friends or your colleagues or co-workers that you're trying to change yourself and you're trying to become better? How do you do that? The only way with you, I feel, is that the only way you can do this by bringing your objectives and asking them point blank, how am I doing? My friend, as a concept, feed forward is simple. I almost blush to dignify it with a name. Yet some of the simplest ideas are also the most effective. When it comes to feed forward, I suggest and recommend that you should follow a 4 steps formula. First, you pick up one behavior that would like to change, which would make a significant positive difference in your life. As for example, I would say that I want to be a better listener. The first simple step, once you have picked the one behavior that you would like to change, second step, describe the objective in one-on-one dialogues with anyone you know. That means the person you choose is totally irrelevant, my friend. If you have ever found yourself on a long flight sitting next to a perfect stranger and proceeded to eager to engage in a conversation, you see, you try this. And after heartfelt and honest discussion, you'll realize that some of the truest advice can come over from these strangers. We all are human beings ultimately. We exactly know, all of us, what is true and what is not true. And when a useful idea comes along, we don't care who is the source. And if you think about it, it's a stranger, like I said, a fellow co-passenger in a train or aircraft or anywhere else, and you strike a conversation. A total stranger, someone who has no past with you and who cannot possibly hold your past failing against you, or for that matter, he can ever bring them up. I think maybe your ideal feed forward partner. It doesn't really matter who is your feed forward partner, but you must choose. Choose that one person. Second step. Third, ask that person for 2 suggestions for the future. Might help you achieve a positive change in your selective behavior, whatever behavior you have chosen to change. And in this case, what we are talking is to how to become a better listener. The only ground rule is that there can be no mention of the past. You must tell your person to whom you have chosen in entire conversation, there will be no mention of the past, no bringing of the past. Everything is all about the future because you want to change in future. For example, I would say that you first focus. First, you say I want to be a better listener. Would you suggest 2 ideas that I can implement in the future that will help me become a better listener? And the chosen person suggests, first, focus all your attention on the other person. Get in a physical position, and that's called the listening position, such as sitting on the edge of your seat or leaning forward towards the individual. Then second, don't interrupt, no matter how much you disagree with whatever he is saying. You are just listening, you are just hearing. And the fourth step, my friend, I say listen attentively to the suggestions. Take notes if you like. Your only ground rule is that you are not allowed to judge, rate, or criticize the suggestions in any way. You can't even say something positive like, oh, that's a good idea, lovely, nice. No. The only respond you are allowed is thank you or thanking him. My friend, remember, feed forward is a feedback going in the opposite directions. That is feedback, both positive or negative, reports on how you functioned in the past. Then feed forward comes in the form of an idea that you can put into practice in the future. If feedback is a past tense, my friend, then feed forward is a future perfect. The best thing about feed forward is that it overcomes the two biggest obstacles we face with negative feedback. Successful people, remember, firstly, they don't want to hear any negative or thing about them or criticism. They don't want to hear it. Bosses all prefers to praise to criticism. And the second thing is that subordinates don't want to give it because it has got consequences. Remember that successful people love getting ideas for the future. Feed forward works because we can change the future but not the past. It works because helping people be right is more productive than providing them wrong and then proving them wrong. Feed forward works because people do not take feed forward as personally as feedback. We can focus on hearing without having to worry about responding. My friend, feed forward actually is a two-way street. It is designed to protect as well as bring out the best in the people who are pondering it. Just remember, there is no threat of pain in the process. No resentment, no argument, no punishment. If someone gives me an idea, he or she can receive gratitude. That's all. It's the feeling, my friend, that when we help another person, we help ourselves. That's why feed forward, practicing feed forward is the wise man's business. Thank you very much.